Hey there, welcome to the video. Now today I'm going to be showing you how you can make $5,949 per month publishing just one simple book. Yes, that's right. There's one publisher out there that's selling one simple book and is getting paid almost $6,000 per month. And I'm also going to be showing you how you can start making this type of interior, as well as the super important keyword research, which is what you're going to need to get your book seen, ranked, and sold. So if you're a beginner looking to start making money online, or you're just trying to add a new stream of income, or you're looking to maybe find a new niche in the KDP world, well then this video is for you. But before that, hey guys, my name is Jeff, and this channel is all about becoming self-sufficient when it comes to making money online. And right now we're talking about low and medium content publishing on Amazon KDP. So if this sounds interesting to you, feel free to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you never miss a new video. With that being said, let's get right to it. So the niche that we're going to cover today is an often overlooked niche, and that's because it comes from the no content niche of the blank lined journal or blank lined notebook. But this niche is actually the prompt journal. So what it is it's basically a blank journal with prompts on the inside of the pages that help the reader answer questions. And so now the reason I like publishing these types of books, especially if you're a beginner, is because A, they are super simple to make, and B, there's a lot of sub niches that you can find that still has a lot of opportunity to make some good money. Now, whenever you're publishing on Amazon KDP, the very first thing that you want to do is your research. And what do I mean by that? Well, what I mean is finding out if the niche that you want to get into is going to be something that's worth getting into and something that's ultimately profitable. In other words, I'm talking about niche validation. And on top of that, you're going to want to find the keywords that are going to go into your title, your subtitle, and the backend keywords that are going to give you the best chance at ranking your book on the first page of Amazon, as well as even being seen on Google. So here on Google, I did a general search for prompt journal. And as we can see, we have a bunch of listings right here of books. But this one right here, as you can see, is from Amazon.com. So this book is actually getting more visibility for their books from Google, not just on Amazon. If I go to the next page, here's another book right here, another book right here, another book, and another book right here. If we scroll down the first page of Google, we can see that there's this book right here, Journaling Prompts. And then a little bit more, we can see another book right here and another one right here. And this is why keyword research is so important, because with the proper keyword research, you can end up finding yourself on the first page of Google, which is going to give your book more visibility, which in turn may end up into more sales. Now, if we do a Google Trends search on prompt journal, just to see the trend of this type of book, we can see that for the past 5 years, the trend has actually started to increase and it's gotten even more popular, which is another reason why I like this type of book, is because it's in an evergreen niche, which means that this book sells year round and it doesn't depend on seasonality or events like holidays. Now, when I first start doing research into a niche, I like to use a broad search term. So for this one, I'm using prompt journal. And if we scroll down the page, we're going to see a few books here that are actually doing pretty well. We have this one that's independently published, ranking in at 258,000. We have another one right here that's ranking in at 89,000. And then we have another one right here that's ranking in at 23,000. But if we scroll back up to the top of the page, we're going to see that this search term has over 10,000 search results. And that basically means that there's over 10,000 books fighting for the first page of this keyword. Now, when I do niche validation, I like to look for 3 things. Number one, I like to look for search results that are about 1,000 and below, because this tells me that there's going to be less competition for that certain keyword and that niche. Number two, I'd like to look for 3 books that I'm competing against that all rank under 300,000 BSR, which tells me that these books are selling consistently, which means that there's demand for this niche. And then number 3, I like to look for a niche score that's provided by a plugin that I use that has a score of 50 and above. So I went ahead and niched down a little bit and found Prompt Journal for Moms. And as we can see here with the search results, it has about 1,000 search results and below. And so that satisfies my first requirement. And then if we scroll down the page, we're gonna see a couple books here, like this one right here. That's a KDP book, ranking it at 83, well below the 300,000. We have another one from the same publisher, ranking it at 205. And then if we scroll down some more, we have another KDP book right here, ranking in at 38,000. And then our niche score, which this is provided by a plugin that I use by Self-Publishing Titans. It's showing a niche score of 72, which is well above the niche score of 50 that I'm looking for. So since this keyword satisfies all 3 of my requirements, I now know that there's sufficient demand, there's low competition, so which means that this is potentially a profitable niche to get into. So if we go ahead and take a look at this book as our example, the title here is Just Between You and Me, Kid, a back and forth journal between grown-up and kid. So as we read the description, we can see that it has over 50 unique prompts. So you simply fill out a prompt and you pass it to the child to fill out the next prompt. So this is one of those prompt journals that we're talking about. As we can see, it has a 4.5 out of 5 stars out of 14 ratings. It also has the #1 bestsellers badge, which is a big boost to the sales. If we scroll down the listing, we can see the historical bestsellers rank. So this is for the last 30 days. As you can see, its performance. And then if we go back 90 days, back 6 months to a year, and all time. And you can see when it was published back in May of 2023, how it performed. It did not sell for a good couple months. And then it sold a couple books here. And then around December time, Q4, it started to sell really, really well, which a lot of books do. And starting in February, the sales rank just dropped significantly and it's kind of maintained that for the whole year. Now, this listing doesn't actually have a look inside feature for whatever reason. So we're gonna go ahead and look at the reviews and see if there's any pictures there for us to look at. And yes, there are. So if we go ahead and look at all the photos, you can see here's one of the interiors with a prompt, and then another one right here. What is your favorite thing about being a grown-up? So some simple lines. Another page right here. These are the instructions. Another page right here, and another page right here. So you can see the interior is really simple to make. And then here is the cover of the book. I believe what they did was they just cut the spine and then turned it into a spiral bound book, because this is still a KDP book and KDP books do not come in spiraled form. And then we can see that this book has a price of $15, which on average, this type of book is actually probably cheaper than $15, but for whatever reason, they're doing really well at $15. And so kudos to them. Now, if we take its bestsellers rank, which is right here of 6,513, and put it into a sales calculator, we can see that this book sells about 35 times a day, which is about 1,050 units per month. And in money terms, that's $198 per day, and about $5,949 per month. So just under $6,000 in royalties every single month. And this is the reason why I love KDP so much, is because one book could actually make you this amount of money. I mean, $6,000 per month is no laughing matter. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that don't even make $6,000 a month, but this one publisher from this one book is making that every single month. And the best part about it is that this is all passive income. Once this book is put onto Amazon, it just sells over and over and over and over again without you actually having to touch it ever again. Now that we know how profitable this niche actually is, the next question becomes, how do we make the interiors of this book? Well, there's actually a couple different ways to do this. The first way is the easiest because it takes virtually no work at all, other than paying a few bucks, and that is using Fiverr. So here we are looking at a gig. As you can see, this guy will create custom journal and writing prompts. For 50 prompts, you'll pay $20. He has one here, 100 prompts for $30, and then his premium service, which is 200 prompts, for $40. So if you were to buy these 200 prompts for $40, he would basically give you all the prompts needed to be used in your book. And you can see here are some of the areas that he focuses on. So basically, for the price of a tank of gas, you can get all of your prompts written for you, and you don't really have to lift a finger. And then all you would need to do is to actually put these prompts in the interior of the pages and then design it until you're happy with how it looks. Or you could actually go back to Fiverr and then pay someone else to actually do the interior for you with the prompts that you just paid for, which would be maybe around another $20. But for about less than $100, you could have your entire book, front cover, back cover, interior, keywords, all that stuff, all completed. And then all you'd have to do is just upload it onto KDP. Now, the next way to create this type of interior is to use Creative Fabrica, because Creative Fabrica has all the interiors that you're ever gonna need ready to just download and upload onto KDP. So I did a search here for journal prompt, and we can see they have a variety of interiors here. These ones right here are prayer journal prompts. We have more prayer journal prompts. We have ones right here for mental health, a shadow work prompt. This one is for care and mindfulness, gratitude prompts, letters to mom, anti-anxiety, letters to Santa, creative writing prompts for OCD, self-discovery prompt, creative writing journal, 90-day gratitude prompts, creative writing prompts, anti-anxiety prompts, kids writing prompts. So these interiors are already ready to be uploaded onto KDP. All you'd have to do is find one that you liked or find one that fits the niche that you're working on. But what I would recommend is to actually not upload these directly onto KDP, but instead to look at these interiors and use them for inspiration and for basically ideas on how to create your own interior. So what you could do is you could download these interiors and you can upload them on a free program like Canva and then make edits to them, meaning you can change the font type, you can change some of the design elements, and then you can also change some of the prompts so that it can be a little bit more custom and original to you and not something that's being recycled out there on Amazon for everyone to buy. So if we go ahead and take this interior, for example, this has 102 self-help writing prompts. And so if we download this and open it on Canva, we can see the book right here. So if we scroll down, we can see here's the introduction page, another page full of words, and then more pages right here, and then another page like that. But then if we get to the meat of the interior, you can see here's the first page, reflect on a recent challenge you faced and write about the lessons learned. We have another page with a different prompt. And if we look at the rest of the interiors, you can see there's over 100 pages of the same lines with just different prompts on each single page. So this is what I'm saying, is that what you want to do is you want to think about taking this prompt and either changing the font style or to actually rewrite this prompt so that it's not the same, but it's still the same, just so that it's not word for word. So instead of list 3 things you're grateful for today and explore why they bring joy to you, maybe you could say something like list 4 things that you're grateful for today and why do they make you happy, or list 3 things that you're grateful for today and explore why they make you happy. So these little changes make it original and don't make it seem like you're actually copying someone else's work. Now, the other thing that you can do is instead of rewording a prompt, you could just replace it entirely. And this is where a tool like ChatGPT or AI can come in and basically provide you all of the prompts that you'll ever need to complete this type of interior. So as you can see, I asked ChatGPT to provide me a list of 50 journal prompts for a KDP book interior on the topic of self-help. So here are the prompts, and as fast as you could type, you have 50 prompts right here ready to use into your interiors. Now that we have an idea of how to create these type of interiors, it's time to get into probably one of the most important parts of the business, and that is keyword research. Now, if we start off with our search term prompt journal, what I like to do is I like to go ahead and just click on the search bar, and you'll see a bunch of different suggestions will pop up right here. So these are the suggestions that you're going to want to record in a spreadsheet or a piece of paper or somewhere where you can take note of it, because you're going to want to validate these keywords later. And basically, once you're done compiling this list right here, you can also click on this T if you have this plugin and more will pop up. So these ones will also go on the list of keywords. And once you have these keywords, I like to take note of the search results. I also like to look through the page to see if there are 3 books that rank under 300,000 BSR. And then I like to note the niche score as well as the average bestsellers rank on the first page. And to show you what that looks like, it would look a little something like this, where you have your list of keywords right here, and then you would fill out these information right here. So I have the search volume. I have the question of 3 under 300,000 answered here. As you can see, there's yeses and nos, the average BSR of the first page, as well as the niche score provided by the Self-Publishing Titans plugin. And so I do this with every single keyword, one by one, waiting for Amazon to load this information for me and actually doing research on every single keyword on the first page, just so I know which keywords are good to go and which keywords are not. So what you could do to find more keywords is, for example, you have this prompt journal keyword right here. So what I like to do is I like to add 4, and then I like to start with the alphabet. So for A, and then it'll come up with a list of keywords. So I download this, and then we go B, I'll download this. C, I'll download this. D, I'll download this. E, I'll download this, and so on and so forth. And then once you're done with prompt journal, what I like to do is actually, for example, if I go into prompt journal for men, I like to look for the keywords that these books are using to find even more keywords that I could look up. So I found one here that says daily prompt. So let's go ahead and search that. Daily prompt, there we go, daily prompt journal for men. And so I would download all of this, and I would just keep continuing to do this kind of practice over and over again until I found enough keywords. I'm talking about at least over 100 keywords, so that I can feel comfortable knowing that once I've analyzed all these keywords, I have the keywords that I can use for my title, my subtitle, and the back end keywords of my book. But this is what you're going to have to do if you want to be successful on KDP, is you're going to have to put in the work and the time into actually analyzing all of these keywords. I mean, this is the most consuming time of the business, and this can actually take hours and even days just to complete. But once again, if you want to be successful and you want to have books, winning books that make money, you're going to have to do this. But since you made it to the end of the video, I'm going to give you this list of keywords that I've gone ahead and researched and analyzed. It's a list of over 100 keywords that are ready for you to use. I'll leave the link down below to my Gumroad shop. So feel free to download these keywords so you can use them in your own prompt journal that you can upload onto KDP and start making sales and start making some passive income. With that being said, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully you're able to implement it into your low and medium content publishing on Amazon KDP. Let me know if you have any questions down below. And if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you never miss a new video. With that being said, thanks for watching. Bye for now.